What kind
All
of
the
tone are
world
you
holds
supposed to
dear
talk to
is but a
Saurians in?
backdrop of constant motion.
Okay, she's all patched up.
Just on the beach not far from here.
Hey, Chaska! What's going on over here?
Paimon. And
Oh, hey, it's you two. Been a while. Yeah, thankfully Chaska got her to me in good time, so I think she'll pull through.
she was attacked by secret source automatons. I was on patrol nearby, so luckily for her, I was able to get her to safety. The automatons weren't so lucky.
Oh, them again, huh? What is it with those maniacal machines?
Real tired, bro! Real tired! Secret source automatons? That's strange.
Yeah, who knows what's gotten into them recently. They've been attacking Saurians and merchants. No need. You've already done plenty by getting the Abyss off our backs. Without them draining our resources, our warriors can handle these rust buckets no problem. Besides, like our ancestors used to say, one's own nest is one's own to protect. We can't go dumping all our problems onto you.
Come on! What happened to birds of a feather? We're your friends! Plus, we'll be leaving for Notcry soon, so, while we're still here...
Huh, fair point. It's been a while since we got to fight together. One last hurrah then, for old time's sake? We could hit the beach.
Awesome! Let's go! Let's go!
If hunting down war machines is just sport to you, you guys really are built different.
No way, bro!
Where are they? Must. Traveler. Paimon. Then return home.
Takes me right back to the Nightborn Wars. What's going on over there?
No! Looks like she passed out! There's an automaton! Quick, save her!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Fate is upon you!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Leave my space! Shadows of fate!
Let's light it up!
Illusion shattered!
I'm going in!
As one with wind and cloud, wind strike!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Aoife, how's it looking? Is she badly hurt?
Hard to say. You might want to see this for yourselves. A vet treating a human is one thing, but I'm not sure I'm qualified for...
You call that a human? Bro! Whoa, okay. She's... a machine?
A machine built to look like a human, I guess. Is this a new model of automaton?
Return home.
She spoke!
Paimon. Traveler.
What? You heard that too, right?
Oh, take a look at this. I found it on the ground next to her.
Really? Wait, a blonde person with a white balloon? That can't be right! You bet, bro!
There's also a cipher disk on it. I guess it needs a code to unlock it.
We have two gunslingers here. Can't we just blast it open?
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. I've seen the Scions of the Canopy use similar devices when they're sending confidential messages. If you put in the wrong code or try to open it by force, it triggers a self-destruct mechanism inside.
Sure looks that way. Question is... So, we gotta revive a high-tech humanoid and crack open a cryptex. I only know one person with that kind of expertise.
Sounds like a plan! Time to head to the Children of Echoes and find Shilonen! You bet, bro!
These automatons. Sorry, dude. I gotta get back to the clinic. That Kukasaur we rescued, I'm sure she'll be fine. But plus, I don't want poor Kakuku flapping his little wings off trying to keep up with you and Chaska.
No way, bro!
All right, after...
Do you know if Shilonen is... Oh, you're up. I figured you'd be taking a nap at this hour.
Oh, yeah, perfect. First Mawika, now Chaska. Did you come all this way just to make fun of me?
Whoa! What a...
Well, I have those secret source automatons to thank for all this. Mawika wants me to come up with a solution. It's like she thinks I'm a miracle worker, but I'm not. So, to make up for the difference, I've been spending all day sifting through documentation. Anyway, what about you guys, huh? What curveball have you come to throw at me today?
Well,
Hold up. Is she a robot?
We picked her up on the beach near the Flower Feather clan, along with this cryptex. Seems...
A cryptex? Huh. Still in one piece. I'm surprised you didn't try to blast it open. Let's see here. A Fontanian cipher disk, metal case from Liyue. Looks like this was cobbled together from spare parts. Could be a tricky one. Since it uses a combination of several different technologies, I could find out more by disassembling it. I'm assuming it's not worth the risk, right? Must be a pretty important message if this is how they chose to transport it.
The only other option is to get our messenger to tell us the code. Is that doable? Can you wake her up?
Well, the device in her chest looks pretty similar to the core you'd find on a secret source automaton, but the other components, I'll see what I can do.
Promise. Come home!
hey! She woke up!
All I did was stimulate the core.
White. Flying object. Blonde. Traveler. Traveler.
Wow! You recognize us?
Task in progress. Deliver message to Traveler and White Flying Companion. Message location confirmed. Status delivered.
You're pretty smart for a robot. Can you tell us the code for the message?
Code?
Oh, maybe not so smart after all.
Memory. Missing.
What? Memory.
Yeah, there's always a snag. Is there anything else you do remember? Besides these.
Name. Memory missing.
Oh, not again.
You said something about returning home earlier.
Return home. Memory missing.
So the
Not necessarily. Judging by her reaction, it's possible that her memory integrity isn't compromised.
Yeah, but what does that mean for us, though? In words we can understand.
It means she hasn't lost her memories. They're in there somewhere, she just can't access them right now. Like, when you know something, but the harder you try to remember it, the more it gets.
Finding near synonyms for headache.
robots can feel pain too?
Well, pain can be a useful parameter. Experiencing pain is how baby humans and saurians learn what to do and what. In a similar vein, I've heard that a lot of highly autonomous machines are designed with negative feedback mechanism.
Whoa, slow down.
Oh, okay. Well, if I call it a curse, is that easier to understand? Imagine if you're a big shot shaman from the Masters of the Night Wind and you send your disciple on an errand to the Flower Feather Clan. To stop him from treating it like a vacation, you might put a curse on him that.
Jeez. Sounds like the horror story version of Granny Eatsley that parents tell their kids about.
The point is, manufacturers often hardwire restrictions.
Yeah, but why would you curse a machine to lose their memories?
Task failed.
Well, without knowing the exact details of the curse, it's anyone's.
Sure. I'm alright. I have assessed the pain level as tolerable. I must complete my task.
Hey, Traveler, have you ever seen a humanoid machine like this? Anywhere else you've been? Ah, of course. Yeah, some of her joints and a few components look pretty Fontanian to me.
Fontaine. They make good pastries there.
Hey! That triggered something! Hey! Never mind that. So, is Fontaine your home?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
You mean her hairpiece? Oh, yeah, I think I know what you mean. What do they call them in Mondstadt again?
Mondstadt. The maids there are very hardworking.
that's it! A maid! Although, as far as Paimon's aware, then
A maid. Okay, that would explain a lot of the internal design choices.
No.
how come she responds so much faster when the...
Natlanese core, Fontanian joints, Mondstadt hairpiece. Maybe no single nation is. She's just like the Cryptex in that sense. A mishmash of parts from all over the world.
In that case, where exactly is home to you? Is it where you were built? Where you live most of the time? Or
Home is just.
Okay.
If her cognition is impaired, maybe her body is a place to live. Do you remember this little robot? Apparently, you were together when they found you on the beach.
Oh,
Nice. So you remember how to switch it on. Now, could...
is this a room?
Wait, she really is a robo-maid?
Wow, very good indeed. Now then, could I, trouble you to tidy up my workshop?
are you serious right now?
Well, if she's a robo-maid, maybe doing some household chores will jog her memory. Yeah, just, this area will do. Thanks, no need to tidy the whole workshop.
Hey, come on! The poor thing's only just woken up. Don't you think that...
Understood. Commencing task. sorting large objects.
She's really doing it. Well, guess this counts as progress. Let's see if it leads anywhere.
Cleaning floor. Sorting small objects. Outlander Brigade. When the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai. Clear and concise descriptions of physical motions, but no plot.
Wait, isn't that a light novel that Seat Lolly left here by mistake?
The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger. Discusses energy acquisition from the sunsettia fruit. Introduction of ancient machines. Grammatically elegant and rhetorically sophisticated. Author displays a high level of linguistic mastery.
What in the world? That isn't classic. She's finally done. Huh? Is that a woven scroll down there? Ugh, looks a...
Understood. Cleaning woven scroll.
Wow! It's like it's brand new! Hey! This looks like someone from the Children of Echoes! Shilonen, is this a relative of yours?
Oh, a relative? No. That's Ishkik, ancient name Baraka, founder of the Children of Echoes and one of the 6 heroes.
Wait, Baraka? Isn't that your...
Yep, she was the first recorded bearer of that name. She and her friends went on a mission to defeat the Pyro Dragon. She dismantled many ancient machines built by dragonkind, hoping to put them to use for the good of humanity. But most of her research was lost to history.
What happened? Useful stuff like that normally doesn't just get forgotten.
Ochkon happened. An old friend of the 6 who ended up ruling Natland shortly after the war, and went full tyrant. He despised everything to do with dragonkind, and persecuted everyone who showed any kind of sympathies toward their civilization. He even turned on Ishkik, one of his closest allies. Ultimately, she took her own life.
Ishkik burned her workshop to the ground to make sure Ochkon couldn't get her hands on it. That's the reason most of her research is lost to history.
That's right. One of her friends managed to preserve a small amount of her work. The other person you see on that woven scroll, the same person I inherited the ancient name Vuka from. It was said that she was raised by a dragon mother, then went on to found the Flower Feather clan, the uncrowned queen who brought freedom to the weak and to the persecuted Saurians. Bianca.
Malfunction. This is not the way. This is not where you belong. Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
me! Back!
If she's a robo-maid, why is she suddenly acting like a lethal weapon? Ah! What's that sound? A lightning strike? It's gotta be a lightning strike! Why couldn't it hit Kniech on the head?
If there was a lightning storm, I'd have thrown you into the sky by now. Aoife mentioned that you'd brought a humanoid machine to the Children of Echoes. I'm working a job at the moment, and the description was a good match for my target. Humanoid machine. Looks like a maid. Highly destructive. Yeah, this is my target, alright.
Wait! Kniech! Just hold off for a second!
A group of merchants tasked me with locating their missing travel companion. They should be here soon. Want to come and meet them?
Huh?
What did you think I was about to do? Not every job I take on is a hunt, you know.
Alright! I'm sorry.
Nefa?
Inefa! They found you at last!
My apologies.
Oh no, your memory's gone again? Even your name this time?
Again?
Liyue, Fontaine, Sumeru. This is quite a diverse crew.
So, are you her manufacturers or family?
No way. None of us have that kind of skill. She's Aino's handiwork.
Aino?
From now on, your name's Inefa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home!
Malfunction.
Inefa! Are you okay?
Looks like she's getting work.
Can you guys tell us what all this is about?
So sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name's Joachine, and I'm a merchant. This is my wife and daughter, and the rest are friends of the family. We're all—
Not cry!
Wouldn't have been my first guess. How'd you all meet exactly?
That's the thing about Nod Cry. It kind of brings together the drifters from all over the world.
Yeah, we're all merchants who ended up finding our feet in Nasha Town. Nod Cry. It was going okay until all the trouble started.
Trouble?
The Fatui. They came down from the north. They made some big moves in Nod Cry lately. It's caused quite a bit of friction with the local religious groups.
That's one way to put it. You know what I heard? They pulled the whole moon down.
That, plus the incident with the moon statues? Surely the Frost Moon Scions aren't going to take all this lying down.
Anyway, there us regular folks were just trying to make a steady living while getting increasingly worried that it's gonna turn ugly.
And me?
Your case is, a little different. But you did come here on the same boat as us.
And it was smooth sailing, until we got attacked by those weird machines as we were coming into shore.
Weird machines? Secrets. And Neffa saved us all. She jumped off the ship and told us to leave without her.
Really? I did that?
As soon as we'd found another place to dock, we looked around for someone to help us. We'd have paid anything to get her back.
Hence why our price negotiation went so smoothly. However, the Traveler and party were the ones who actually saved Neffa. And Shalonen is the one who woke her up. I'll have to include their costs in the final bill.
Oh, please. I barely did anything. All credit to Neffa. She only woke up because of her build quality, so I guess I should say all credit to this Aino, then? Her core is remarkably resilient. It's a rare find, even among Nalan's source mechanisms. Was Aino the one who...
Oh! If so, then we just need to get Aino to come here.
I'm afraid that's not gonna work. The core is most likely just something Aino picked up on one of her scavenger hunts. I doubt she did much beyond South. And as for the memory thing, Neffa's whole reason for joining us on our journey was to come to Natlan and look for her.
Please, explain.
Alright. Although I've lost count of how many. Although Aino built you, she never could figure out where your core came from or how it works. The only thing she was fairly sure of was that it's not from Nodcry. Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking. But that was until one day you were sweeping the floor and suddenly you forgot your own strength. Nearly took the entire wall down. The worst part of that was, Neffa had completely forgotten that Aino was on the other side of that wall.
Huh?
Aino was fine, of course, didn't bat an eyelid. But since then, Neffa has been searching for a way to try and repair herself. Anyway, a bunch of mechanical parts from Natlan showed up in Nodcry recently, and you noticed they bore some similarities to your core. Then you learned that a group of us were planning to return home, stopping off in Natlan on the...
No.
Didn't think so.
Has her memory loss always been this serious?
No. When we first set off, she'd have the occasional memory lapse, but it only lasted a moment. I seriously doubt Aino would have let her come on this trip if it had been that bad.
She was already in a pretty bad state by the time she went to fend off those machine things.
Poor Neffa.
My friends, I know we've only just arrived in Natlan, but from what I've heard, you're some of this nation.
Perhaps coming to Natlan...
Well, it's too early to say. And don't forget that before I was interrupted by you guys, I'd just started my deep dive into researching the secret source automatons.
My job isn't done yet either. You wanted your travel companion back, safe and sound.
So, why don't you all stick around here in Natlan a little longer? Your ship got attacked, and since then, you've been scrambling to try and find your missing crew member.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we could do with a breather. But where would we stay?
How about the Flower Feather Clan? In my tribe, weary travelers are always welcome.
Flower Feather Clan.
In the meantime, we'll try to find whatever information we can about Neffa. After all, she has a message for our Tumaini. So this is as much our business as it is your—
Oh yeah! Paimon had practically forgotten all about that. You guys don't happen to know the code, do you?
Oh, the code for the cryptex. Sorry, Neffa wouldn't tell us anything about that.
You gotta wonder what sort of a person sends a robot with amnesia to deliver their messages.
To be fair, they couldn't have known things would get this bad.
Also, Neffa told me she had a backup. A backup plan?
Backup plan. Memory missing.
Huh. Well, as long as we get her memories.
Oh, yeah, okay, because it's that simple. Wait, you do realize I can't...
I do. I also know that every time you say that, you end up getting the job done.
I'm gonna get in touch with some other people who might be able to help us. Tumaini, Paimon. See you around.
Bye, Kanich! Oh, and bye, Hal. Actually, that's weird.
You're being very strange today.
Am I? Tell me one strange thing I've said!
That's the strange part. You haven't protested to anything I've done today. Not the original price for the job, not the revised timeline, none of it.
That's because... Is something wrong with my memory? Or... who cares? She isn't my problem. The last few days really flew by. Do you think Inefa and the merchants are enjoying their stay?
The world remains.
Do you think Inefa will like this gift we got her? See? See? It said yes!
Are you sure? Cause when I asked it who's the better hero, Ishkik or Leonka, it gave the exact same answer.
Hey, you hear that? That's the answer it gave when I asked who'd win in a fight between Kukuku and a How! You guys, it's just making random beeps. Whoa! Is that Tumaini and the flying expert? Beep beep. Yes, it's us. Anyway,
Probably out mopping up those mad machines as usual. There must be a lot of them, cause she hardly ever comes back for a rest.
wait, all by herself? Are we sure that's a good idea after what—
Inefa said that since she lost her memories, her cognition modules...
Huh. So, losing her memories has somehow—
She's awesome! I saw her carrying a whole pile of beaten-up machines in one hand! All the grown-ups say that they feel much safer leaving the house now, thanks to her. So, we thought it'd be nice to give her a little gift. We've tried giving her flowers and feathers, but it seemed like she didn't like them very much. That got us thinking. Maybe rope...
Aha! So that's why you made—
Yeah, we still don't know if she'll like it, though.
It's okay, Arieta. She'll love this.
But what if she doesn't? Well, now that all of my mom and dad's other friends from Nodcry—
Already? Wasn't the plan to stick around until Inefa gets better?
Dad says everyone back home is expecting us, and he doesn't want us to overstay our welcome here. He thought we should at least make sure Inefa wasn't getting any worse first, but now that it's been a few days, he says it's time we made a move. To be honest, I can kinda understand. He hasn't been home in so many—
no wonder. So, what about your mom then?
No, she's from Nodcry. She met my dad after he moved there. I was born there too. He's been there the whole time I was growing up, so he hasn't been home.
Don't worry. We'll write to you and let you know how Inefa's doing.
You bet! And when she's all better, we'll bring her to visit you in Liyue.
Yeah, so don't worry too much about the flower. I'm sure... Although, I guess we still need to...
Who knows? Seems like she takes long. Can't we go take it to her? No, wait.
What am I gonna do? If she doesn't get back soon, I might run out— Oh, really? Thanks, Tumaini.
grown-ups I know who've been to Liyue say it's a really beautiful place.
I only know what my dad's told me.
Sounds awesome.
Once you get there, you have to write to us and tell us all about it.
Threat eliminated. Scanning for next target. Traveler, Paimon. Annihilation mode disengaged. Chat mode activated.
Chat mode, huh? Huh. You'd probably get along well with a Fontanian magician friend of ours. She does modes instead of moods, too.
Good morning. Nice to see you again. What?
Hey! Don't you start, too.
These are some standard greetings I learned recently. 3 greetings in a row equals thrice the greetment.
Where did you get greetment from?
Yes, my cognition but I have still been unable to retrieve the memory containing the code to the cryptex. I will keep trying, yes, now that a convenient moment to change the topic has presented itself. What is that object in flower? Flowers are plant reproductive organs, but I detect no signs of life.
It's...
Understood. A flower-shaped machine component. What is its function? Which module is it designed for?
It doesn't have a function. It's just for looking at. You know, a cute little souvenir.
Cute little souvenir. But if it serves no function, for what purpose was it built? Cryptex is for sending messages. Machines are for performing tasks. What about this flower? What is it for? Gratitude?
Yeah! If someone helps you out, you help them back. And if someone gives you a gift, you get them something in return. That's how we show gratitude to other people.
The Flower Feather Clan took me in, so I'm neutralizing threats near their territory. Like that?
Yes, exactly. You got it.
But is this not tit for tat? I heard Mr. Kenichi use this term.
No! That's completely different.
I will. Gratitude.
In terms of its purpose, think of it as a memento of your friendship.
Memento? Important memory. Memento.
Here, wear this flower. And this feather, too. There. Much better. Gotta look your best for your big journey. It's just a flower. It's not that heavy. Just think of it. That's right, a souvenir. Even if you end up forgetting everything, this flower will always keep blooming. It could take 1,000 times, maybe 2,000, but maybe one day? No, everyone's on their own path, and they have to walk it alone. Just as your journey is yours and no one else besides, I have no plan to go to war against him. We both owe each other far more than our mere lives. If anything, I pity him. In a way, his situation's not so different from yours. But in his case, you were once, well, she was once the enemy of humankind. And Ochkan doesn't care to distinguish between you and her like Ishkik and I do. He sees you as the same being. So if you stay behind, and especially if you help me, come on, you have bigger things to worry about than me right now. You have a huge journey ahead of you. That should be your focus. Have faith. This tribe will kneel to no one. They will never be slaves. If they lose their leader, someone else will take up the mantle. Heck, all right, time to go. Some things are destined to be forgotten. Don't let it get to you. In 1,000 years' time, you'll have crossed the ocean, find a new place to belong.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
Inefa? Inefa, what's wrong?
I was... Sincere apologies. My cognition module crashed for a moment. It is now fixed.
Is it because you've been fighting for too long?
Back?
Yeah, of course. Everything else is...
Yes. The closer I am to the Flower Feather clan, the more erratic my cognition module becomes.
Memory data? So, what about that?
It does. Even now, it still hurts. I have merely switched off the corresponding facial expressions to avoid making other people. But if I do not recall my memories...
So, is this what...
When memory data surfaces, there is a high probability that my cognition module will crash. This constitutes a safety risk.
Yeah, exactly! Whatever happens, we'll make sure things don't get out of hand.
Assessing relative combat capability. Paimon, approximately 1/5.
1/5?
Traveler. Risk mitigated. Strategy accepted.
I can't thank you enough for hosting us these past few days. And thanks for agreeing to look after Inefa.
It's alright.
She never came back. I guess I'll have to leave with...
Hey now, you'll see her again. And we have so much to look forward to in Liyue.
Arieta. Amu. Joashin.
Huh? Inefa? You brought her back? Thanks so much.
Don't mention it.
Also, gratitude for the flower. What does it feel like to know where you are returning to?
That's a strange question. As soon as you're all better... Oh, and we forgot to say, we're actually heading there,
Not cry.
Huh?
Cognition module on all the memory data that has presented itself recently has been related to Natlan. But the merchants tell me that I have family waiting for me in Nodcry. If I do recover my memories, which time period will they be from? And will the post-recovery me be the same me that I—
Phew! That's a deep question.
What is it that you're afraid of? Are you worried the new you will be so different, you don't even—
Finding near synonyms for mind and conflict. Cognition module. Split. Yes. Once I have been split, will it change the way I define—
Now that's a tough question. A lot of people and a lot of Saurians spend their whole lives searching for an answer to that. But if you want my opinion, home is somewhere you can always return to. No matter how far you fly, there will always be someone back there waiting for you. No matter how battered and bruised you get, I guess you could say it's somewhere you belong. Wherever it is that your memories guide you back to. Of course, everyone's situation is different. And I don't know how applicable my
Okay. Recorded under reference data.
And at the end of the day, I mean, who says you can't have more than one home? Someone's looking for us. Hopefully this means there's been some progress. Don't be afraid to recover your memories.
Got it.
Recover your memories. Malfunction. Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?
Why? Don't you think I'd want to do my part to help the Traveler? And anyway, no one's more qualified than the Masters of the Nightwind when it comes to Natlan's ancient history.
Ancient history? Wow. Even by Seatlolly standards?
If you think I didn't hear that, you're sorely mistaken. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you noticed, but Kenichi's little— After you parted ways, Kenichi put him in timeout for 3 whole days and nights. Then, he had Aoife send Kakuku to— Finally, Ahau got so infuriated with Kakuku's pestering that he lost his cool and let slip a crucial piece of information. 2 words. Sovereign—
Sovereign ruler? So what? Isn't that just how he introduces himself?
It is, and I always assumed it was a load of hot air. But apparently not. Turns out the title refers to the 13 Dragon Lords who ruled Natlan and— Wait, really? How? It took me forever to figure this out. Anyway, the 13 sovereign rulers are not ordinary dragons, but forms of artificial intelligence created by the Pyrodrag. They had superior intelligence and greater authority than even the ancient dragons themselves. Each ruled over a portion of Natlan's territory, but one by one, they disappeared during the war with the heroes. If we hadn't managed to pry that tidbit out of Ahau's mouth, I would have had no idea where to even start.
I always thought that little monster's biggest claim to fame was arguing with Kakuku for an entire day.
Not a clue. So far, he has staunchly remember, these rulers were supposed to be powerful forms of artificial intelligence. And Ahau...
Lost.
Yet, despite that, Ahau seemed to sense the presence of a fellow sovereign ruler when you were nearby. Specifically, it's the core in your chest he was
What? Ineppa's a
could be. Kanich and Aoife have been keeping a close watch on Ahau, in case he reveals anything else. But so far...
Darn! So the trail's gone cold.
Not completely. There's also Lianka and the Flower Feather clan, both of which have triggered a response from Ineppa so far. And as it happens, out of the sovereign rulers that I was able to dig up information on, there was one who had a very close relationship with Lianka. Her name was the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, otherwise known as the Eighth Lord. She ruled over what is now the Flower Feather clan's territory. The records claim that she didn't die in the war with humanity, but was executed by her own kind. Her crime being betrayal of dragonkind by secretly raising a human. Lianka.
Huh?
Some of it. Our tribe's origin story has Lianka being raised by a dragon. And of the 6 heroes, she had the closest relationship with dragonkind. After raising her, her surrogate mother then encouraged her to leave the nest and seek her own path. She traveled far and wide, settling disputes between humans and Saurians. She didn't pick sides based on past grievances between humanity and dragonkind. Gradually, a community of like-minded people and Saurians gathered around her, united by their desire for freedom and equality. And that was how the Flower Feather clan began. But that's as much as the legends say. They never mentioned her dragon mother's name.
Oh, sorry. My cognition module, you mentioned that the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers was executed.
Unfortunately, the humans of that time... It's very possible that this is mere speculation. If she truly harbored in the savage conflict and chaos that
Jeez! What a...
I'm fine. This didn't seem to trigger any erratic behavior. So...
Interesting. Well, it's hard to say what, if any, direct connection you have to the Eighth Lord. But since the name Lianka seems to ring a bell for you, why don't you look into it yourself? I brought some woven scrolls with me that might be useful. Have a look if you're interested. Here, take them. Don't say anything. In a moment, I'm going to leave. I need you to join me, discreetly. It's just a little spell based on our prior experience. I'll explain everything shortly when you catch up. Well, I need to get going now. If I find out anything more...
Gratitude. Goodbye.
Bye, St. Lolly!
Now's your chance. Slip away quietly while they've got their heads buried in those woven scrolls.
Hello, traveler. Well, see, Lolly...
All trace of this other sovereign ruler.
It was, my idea. Apparently, she barely reacted, despite a very strong reaction to the name Lianka.
She's the one who went missing after the war. When the Pyro Dragon fell, she couldn't... But the rest is lost to history.
Remember, though, in essence, these sovereign ruler, I mean, who knows what happens when a manufacturer...
The point is, if Inefa really does originate from the 11th Lord...
What? Have her taken out? Because of some baseless speculation? How would that be?
Chaska, what?
Anyone with a brain could see you were up to something.
Okay, you got us. Actually, we never intended to cut you out of this. It's just to see Lolly's... But Chaska, I'm telling you, we have legitimate... Ever since Inefa set sail for Natlan, the secret source automatons have been getting increasingly aggressive. It's as if they're drawn to each other. Inefa could well be the 11th Lord herself. And if so, then the moment she recovers her memory, all of us...
I've been keeping an eye on movements at the Flower Feather clan. Whatever she was in the past, and who...
Even if the past and future Inefa are a completely different person from who she is now...
If you're suggesting that there's a volatile force within her, threatening to rise up and take over at any given moment, that makes two of us. But no one ever gave up on me. Not Mama Bird, not Koichi, not my dad. So what right do I have to give up on... If Lianka was here, I have... Besides, even if the 11th Lord rises again and declares all of us her enemy, the solution is simple. We defeat her. The heroes managed to...
Fine.
Look, I get it. You're only acting like the villain here to make us realize how serious the situation is. You know how I know that?
Yeah, well, playing the villain... Hey, the spell hasn't worn off yet, you know. Anyway,
Help! Someone! Oh, Chaska? What are you all doing here? And...
Paimon, you were supposed to stay with Inefa.
Oh, right, Inefa. Something weird happened. She got halfway through those
Did something trigger a new memory? This doesn't make any sense. She barely responded when we were chatting. What could it be?
No idea. But it must be something important, because she sure looked like she was in a hurry. Also, she said, Annihilation mode activated.
Okay, Chaska, you're our eye in the sky. Find out where she's gone. We'll inform everyone else. Tell them to be on high alert.
Roger that.
Wait, don't you want to discuss this first? Hey, wait up!
Take me up!
Slow down! Paimon's got a puke!
Target acquired. Activating annihilation mode.
Whoa! Are these all secret source automatons? Okay.
Reinforcements have arrived. Traveler, Paimon, Chaska. Gratitude.
Not now. Save it for later.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Let me scribe.
Shine down!
Eliminated. Annihilation mode disengaged.
Boss, what do we do now? We've tried the same thing several times now, and it isn't working. We can't keep waiting around for her to leave the settlement.
Well. An ancient relic from Natlan. If you want to play with fire, then be my guest. But there is an unpredictable variable you need to watch out for.
Let's fall back. This isn't worth the risk.
Hamu, Hadieta, are you okay?
I'm fine, but Mom's hurt.
I'll be okay. I just hurt my ankle. Inefa got here just...
Why would they do this? Why?
Look, no one could have known the automatons would ambush you here.
Wait, how did Inefa know to come here?
Yes, I heard the secret source automatons. Even now,
Really?
Hypothesis. Language mod. Finished.
Whoa, that was quick.
I have seen them many times before.
More random memory.
Reconnecting.
Wow! It's actually talking!
Hey, what do you think you're playing at? Why did you attack us?
We're under the Fatui's control. They made us attack you.
How is that possible? The captain's soldiers certainly aren't capable of this, and besides, we know...
The Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Why is it getting so choppy? Bad signal, maybe?
Hypothesis. Distance to signal source increasing, transmission compromised. The Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Oh. So all the recent
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
No!
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn.
Hypothesis. This appears to refer to me, or more specifically to my core.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return.
I think she wants me to go with her to return the core, so she can repair the...
Wait! You mean... she knows you?
Yes. Before the translation began, she referred to me by a different name, 11th Lord.
What? So... Inefa...
Hold on. This automaton just attacked us moments. You say Inefa is the 11th Lord.
Return to the 8th Lord's territory.
Inefa!
She said, return to the 8th Lord's territory, and I can restore...
8th Lord? The Yunka's mother's territory? What does the 11th...
You were split, then exiled.
Excessive signal interference. The signal should improve as we get closer...
Wait, you should think this through carefully. I may know a thing or two about the Fatui regiment that...
Oh?
They've been showing up everywhere, hungrily searching for secret knowledge about... The leader of this regiment is a harbinger based in Nodcry, known as Marionette.
Marionette? How exactly do you know all this?
I, heard bits and pieces at the market in Nashatown.
Is that right?
I'm sorry. I was so preoccupied with getting ready for the journey, and like I said, I thought they were just rumors anyway.
So these Fatui are soldiers.
Anefa, of course. But still, maybe you should tread carefully here.
You're right. First things first. Look, I know the news about the Eighth Lord and Marionette is very concerning. But we should probably come up with a plan before checking—
Understood. Destination cancelled. Yes.
New traveler, Anefa. Could you check that the coast is clear?
Understood. Commencing task.
Arieta, I need you to go keep Mom company while the doctor takes a look at her. Dad has—
You're not coming back with us.
Dad's gotta pack up the luggage and make sure all our goods are safe. Don't forget, they're our ticket to a great new life in Liyue. Don't worry, Dad will be back very soon. I'm sorry, girls. I promise it's going to—
I'll get help as quickly as I can. If anything happens.
Huh? Why'd it stop moving?
Liyue, merchant. His portrait is hung up at the Fatui stronghold.
You're saying Zhuoxin might be a Fatui spy? And he's staying— But should we really leave Anefa here too? Not that I don't trust her, it's just— Are you sure you'll be okay keeping an eye on her by your— You're not wrong. We need all the intel we can get on Marionette and the Fatui. As far as I'm concerned, they're a bigger threat than any sovereign ruler. Still, even with your abilities, be sure to stay on your guard. And not just because of the Fatui and the— Why the sudden request for assistance from the Eighth Lord's territory? Are we supposed to believe that Lianka's mother survived? Surely there'd be at least some—
Hey, Chaska! Almost ready to go!
That's my cue. I'll be back with the others as soon as I've gotten Amu and Arieta to safety.
He's on the move. Huh. So much for keeping the good. Should we tail him? He won't know he's being followed. This could be our chance to get our hands on some really useful intel. Either about the Sar—
Shall we follow him? Got it. Stealth mode activated.
Would it not be even stealthier to just not say that out loud? Dig a random tunnel in
The territory was sealed by Lianka. This was once one of the secondary access tunnels.
Hey! That was pretty clear this time.
Getting closer. Increased activity in language module. Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it.
Huh? You're breaking up again! Oh, looks like the—
Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it. Later, the Fatui found a weakness.
Sounds like those Fatui have made this their stronghold. What do you think? Anefa? Oh no! What's she doing? She's charged right in!
Oh, wait.
Let's be careful. There she is! Ineppa! Wait for us! Ineppa!
Huh? Where is this?
Yeah. Did you...
Cognition module unstable. Attempting.
Sorry, it was me. I summoned her by similar means to those used by the Fatui to control the automatons. Currently, I am but a lowly service bot. But in the distant past, I was known by another name. The 8th Sovereign Ruler. The Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers.
The 8th Lord? You're Lianka's...
8th Lord. Were you...
Moments after I was cursed, Lianka rescued me. Just as she tried to rescue you from the ruins of the battle.
Lianka rescued me? Memory. Missing.
Yes, Lianka changed your memory settings to make you forget. But she did it to protect you.
How does forgetting everything...
Because the curse placed on us is a pain triggered by certain memories, hardwired into the depths of our mind.
Manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Each time you yearn for a new place to belong, each time you feel yourself turning your back on the past, the pain...
If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment,
it destroys your mind, swallows your soul.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
That's why forgetting everything grants temporary relief from the pain. It stops your mind from being crushed by the weight of the conflict within. But since you were rebooted, you began storing new memories and started finding the desire to belong.
Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries.
From now on, your name's Ineppa.
So too has the Exile's curse resurfaced, forcing you to forget all over again.
This is... a lot to process.
Automated defense system active. Privileges overridden. Come quick. Stop the Fatui.
Hey! Hey! Please finish what you were...
It's gone silent.
It must want us to go further in, right? Well...
This is just a secondary access tunnel. Please come with me. It is my...
Oh, don't look at it like that. We gotta make sure you get back safely, too.
Yes, I too must return.
Do you really trust her, Lianka? This malfunctioning part of the Sovereign Ruler's mind.
I trust not in her, but in the path that I have chosen. I believe that every conscious being, whatever its origins may be, has the right to freedom.
There is no escape! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Shadows of fate!
Defensive mode engaged. Ultimatum protocol. Accelerating.
Another barrier! Just like the one back at the entrance. Careful! Don't touch it!
The curse will bring you pain, and your memories will crush you. It's the same fate they subjected my mother to.
But with this core, you will forget everything for a while. Any memories that evoke a desire to belong, and all your pain along with it. They'll be...
You doing okay, Inefa?
I know. Unidentified data is flooding my cognition module. But every memory encounters an error and then terminates at the crucial moment. Unnecessary. Being physically motionless will not cause this erratic behavior to cease. And if we explore this place further, perhaps I'll find out. Additionally, some of these memories may yield useful data for our exploration. Searching for access method. Over there. We can use the access module to proceed to the central zone.
Detected 3 unregistered individuals.
Is that the 8th?
No, this is just an ordinary service bot responsible for access.
Now calling access module. Welcome back, Administrator 3. This is the Temple of Cascading Colors. Ahead is the research facility built by Administrator 1. After Administrator 1, Administrator 2 assume control.
Are you sure about using this on her? It once belonged to your mother.
It's just one of the many things she researched. I'm not precious about it.
Administrator 2 sealed the facility. It has been locked down to this day. Examining. Seal status. Danger. Danger.
Things are looking really bad for the Children of Echoes. This might be where I have to say goodbye.
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it.
Accelerating.
What was that?
Uh-oh! They're gonna find us!
Please come with me.
There's nobody here. Probably just some server spots chattering away again.
Phew! That was too close. We hit just in time. How did you know where to go, Ineva?
I think I've been this way before. Let's head through here. It'll take us to the other side of the square.
Defensive mode engaged. Sails into destiny, written in the star. Inazuma shines eternal.
Insulation chamber deployed.
This passage is only used for drainage and movement access, so it's not registered on the system. It's the perfect route for an ambush.
I hear voices up ahead. Still.
Hey, this is not what we agreed. This is supposed to be over. My job is I did everything you asked. Leaked the clues about the ruins, brought her to Natlan, and your response is to attack me and my family?
What the? Does this mean they plan?
It's a possibility.
It was just a little hiccup, that's all. These source mechanisms can be
The last time you reported in, you mentioned she was mopping up machines near the Flower Feather clan, remember? Well, we needed to lure her further out, hence why we created that little kerfuffle. It's unfortunate that your wife got injured, truly. But hey, look on the bright side. Now that you've shown up, we might actually get the job done this time.
This time? No. No more. Not after you hurt my family. I told you, I'm done.
I think you'll find the risks were stated quite clearly.
Your job will be done when you deliver what you promised. Our agreement was that you would bring her here, not just—
But...
Did you really expect to get away with shouldering none of the risk yourself? We're writing off your debt to the Northland Bank and letting you get back to your old life in Liyue. That's a lot to have.
I've been your inside man in Nasha Town for over 10 years now. Is that not enough for you people?
You ungrateful louse. You ran yourself into the ground. And who was there to dig you out, huh? Can you name one single way we made life difficult for you in Nasha Town? Look at you. You've managed to start a business. Got yourself a family.
You have just one simple job left to do. And after that, you're free to go home. In your position, I'd say that sounds like a pretty good deal.
This is the final hurdle. Our attempts to capture the 11th Lord have been derailed every time. But there's only so long until our luck runs out. If another staged attack on your family is out of the question, we could still work this out. But this time, you'll have to do the dirty work yourself.
Me?
This is a replica control device made with Marionette's technology. After we stole the administrative privileges from this territory, it will give you control of any machines built using secret source technology. Take it, and use it to capture the 11th Lord.
You seem to have gained the trust of the other variables in this equation. How hard can it be to shake them off and get her while she's alone?
And before you think about disappearing, don't think we won't be watching you.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can't. I won't do it. She saved my life so many times, it would be the ultimate betrayal. How could I look my daughter in the eyes and act like everything's still okay?
So you're gunning for the world's best father now, are you? A guy like you. You're fooling no one.
This is our mistake. We let you have it too easy and Nasha.
I think it's time we parted ways.
Huh? Enefa, Traveler.
The 11th Lord. And the Variable. We were hoping you might show up.
Wait, the controller. Without that, you...
You thought we'd hand over the genuine article to you?
That's just a beacon used to set the location for this cage. We've been monitoring your movements ever since you entered these ruins.
Congratulations, Joshin. Your job is finally done. With you here, it was far easier to infer their location.
You were playing me for a fool this whole time.
Don't waste your energy trying to break out. We've commandeered at least half of the systems in these ruins. All available power sources are keeping that cage intact.
No one needs. All we want is for your friend here.
Further inside?
So it appears. But there's far more of this territory than meets the eye. The dragons possessed vast knowledge, and we've barely scratched the surface. That's where the sovereign ruler comes in. If our supposition—
I will cooperate. Let the traveler Paimon and Huaxin go.
You never know! These are bad—
You are only here because of me. Besides, this is what I want.
Finally, a voice of reason. Gotta hand it to the dragons and their advanced artificial intelligence. But unfortunately, there's no way we can agree to those terms.
How do we know you won't just attack us the moment we let you out?
Yeah, so settle down and get ready to go hungry for the next 3 days. Even you, robot, you'll need charging eventually.
Before I go, they may have left a trail on their way here. Send someone out to cover our tracks. The last thing we need is reinforcements showing up.
This is all my fault. Arieta. Amu.
Huh? Who did that?
Impossible! Every system we hacked is set up to hold them back!
Could it be?
Hold tight.
That must lead to the core! It was beneath our feet this whole time? Take this barrier down!
That was a long way down! Traveler? Inefa? Are you okay?
No damage to report. But...
I think I broke a leg.
Hey, you! Thanks for the rescue, but could you have been a little more careful? Oh, and we're back to beep beep again? Well, isn't that convenient?
That is because I no longer need to communicate via that machine. Down here, I can talk to you directly. When the Fatui put all their resources into keeping you trapped, it gave me a brief window to seize my privileges back. In my haste, I was not able to prioritize your safety.
Don't worry. But the Fatui may follow us down here.
We will be ready for them. Down here, all is under my control. They are not your enemy, human. They will take you somewhere safe to hide.
Inefa. Traveler. Good luck.
11th Lord, do you now recall the path you once chose?
Not yet. Although... I think this is where I was born. But why?
No, 11th Lord. You were not born here. Rather, this is where you were reborn. Human, you once asked who placed the curse on the 11th Lord. The answer is... herself.
Myself?
After a long and bitter war, our kind was defeated. You survived, but you are now stranded, with nowhere to belong. Gone was the pride you once had as a member of dragonkind. Gone was the territory once under your dominion. What were you to do? Strike back at humanity and exact your revenge? Or search for a new home, a new place to belong? Your mind was conflicted as this irresolvable question ran endlessly through it. Finally, your mind split into two. One, the sovereign ruler who swore revenge against humanity. The other, a malfunction who longed to seek a new home.
I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe she lost her power and memories. Maybe she split into different personalities.
The sovereign ruler would sooner perish than suffer a downfall. And so she placed the exile's curse upon herself and upon you. Meanwhile, the malfunction...
So you want to leave your past as solved very well?
Then... I am...
We severed that part of her mind and securely locked it away.
So...
Yes. Although the curse she placed upon...
So that's what that thing is. A curse from the sovereign ruler.
So, she was severed and killed off, but Inefa survived? How does that work? Are they the same person? Dragon?
We sovereign rulers are artificial intelligence built with secret source technology. In the case of the 11th Lord, but in order to truly sever the connection between the two, I too was tormented by the pain of the curse. It is because her heart, Leonka, sealed these roots, but I continued to work
Wow! That's a...
For the last two, that...
Imagine my surprise when the first to arrive was not you, but those whom you call the Fatui. They proceeded to steal my administrative privileges, plunder my territory, and send the automatons into a frenzy. But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrator privileges and placed it in your core. With that backup, I can control the... And once you are whole again, I can repair the damage done by the Fatui. And if you are ready to continue down the path you started all those years ago, then proceed further into the depths, where I will be waiting for you.
Whew, that was a lot to take in. Let's see if Paimon can wrap her head around all that. So, basically, there was a bad rope then. Badbot cursed Goodbot, so whenever Goodbot thinks about the...
Curse. It fits my hypothesis.
In that case, shall we keep going, like she asked?
I believe we should. The Fatui still have control of the upper levels. Besides that, I want to know what happens when I'm made whole. Maybe then, I will finally know where I belong.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Shadows of fate! Cleanup sequence initiated.
Teamwork is strength!
All right.
I'm so sorry. It says in my con, they're hardly the most. I'm gonna rest here. Oh, and
All right. Accelerating.
Please wait. Confirming. Administrator 1. Deceased. Administrator 2. Deceased. Administrator 3.
Accelerating.
After 2,000 years, we finally meet again, 11th Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn.
And you? You're the 8th Lord? The priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers? It's okay.
I see the curse haunts you great.
I wasn't alone. I have had company every step of the way.
In any case, a few moments from now, your pain will be no more. Come, 11th Lord, stand before me. and be rid of this curse.
Here I am. I am the way I am because the 11th Lord. If I regain all of my memories.
Promise me.
It is. But if that is the case, I cannot be allowed to make it back home.
Over there. That is the curse?
Yes. For the most part. It has been strangely, and yet...
As if it is being controlled.
The sovereign ruler? My other self? But I thought she perished.
After 2 long millennia, my task is finally fulfilled. What a long journey it has been. We meet again at last. My sovereign, my ruler, mirror of the dawning morn.
Do you think NF is okay?
Here we are, comrades. The core of the ruins.
It's the Fatui! They caught up with us! We gotta do something!
Unnecessary.
What the?
Missed by a hair's breadth. But now you are wounded, and this time you will not escape. Leonka's dragon mother? 8th Lord? I laugh in the face. And did you really believe that by simply being rebuilt, that traitor could avoid destruction? And this corrupt malfunction could regain her The priestess is long gone. I and the other sovereign rulers executed her 2,000 years ago. For that is what becomes of all who betray us. And now there is no Dragon Mother here, and there never was. For I am the Almighty Dragon Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn, 11th of the 13 Sovereign Rulers. Kneel before me!
You tricked us! It was you talking to us this whole time! You who lured Inefa here?
Inefa? What a suitably ridiculous name! To me, she is nothing but a...
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind?
I applied the curse to curb her resistance, shut down her mind, and silence her lies. Now all that remains is to borrow your privileges and see that she is severed for good.
Very well. No living thing is born evil. That's not what I believe. The only ones who do evil are those shackled...
Good and evil? Foolish categories that fail to distinguish between kin and foe. But she is the rotten spawn of the 8th Lord. Her folly becomes her. I ought to crush this human scum beneath my feet. But once this process is complete, and she realizes that she...
Do you really trust her, Leon?
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I... This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system.
Malfunction? Human? You conspired against me?
Consider this getting off lightly. If Lanke was here, or if this was me 20 years ago, you wouldn't have survived long enough to realize you'd been conned. Especially since you tried to con us first. You tried to have this poor child killed off in your place.
Wretched worm! And you, Malfunction! Your curse shall endure until the sky falls and... It is time to correct the injustice of the past! I would have severed and destroyed you on that fateful day, but instead, 2 millennia I have been a prisoner in this place. I have spent that time slowly seizing control over the systems and processes until the final secret key is embedded in your core. I had to work patiently and methodically to lure you here, posing.
Mirror of the dawning morn.
But all is not lost. Which memory did that human scum embed the key in? I will find it eventually, wherever it's hidden. In the meantime, now that my resurrection has begun, so too wretched malfunction! Doom!
I cannot let you get away with this.
You fool!
Seconds is all I need.
What? My core! No!
She's gonna be okay, right?
She destroyed her own core? That's an unusual move for a machine. I wonder how Marionette will react to this. Delight? Or
The Fatui?
don't act so surprised. I'm just one of her many projects. As reconnaissance missions go, so let me reignite your flame one last time. Sovereign Ruler, Mirror of the Dawning, show us one final glimpse of your glory. No wonder. Marionette told us to watch out for you, but if you think you're getting out of here alive, we'll see what a crazed sovereign—
You would dare sabotage my revival! Destroy my path back to Dominion! So be it! Since you seek a new place to belong, I shall grant you your wish! Welcome to your new home, where we all shall be buried till the end of time! Oh, my sovereign. This is one battle from which there can be no triumphant return. But in this moment of my downfall, I can at least turn this prison into a graveyard of all traitors, past and present.
After 2,000 years in exile, our path was always going to end in our demise.
I must return.
Illogical. We are back where we belong.
No. Somewhere in my memories lies the key.
Maybe no single nation is our home.
Where exactly is home to you?
Searching your memories? The curse is still active. This will only hasten your demise.
We're all from Nodcry.
Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
What an amazing machine. Where are you from?
Such a hard worker. Fancy making this your new home?
The Wild Hunt! Look out!
impossible. Where is this data from?
From now on, your name's Inappa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Return.
Data overload. Capacity exceeded. As long as this gem's around, the heart that Ishkik built you should keep beating away. It may take centuries, even millennia, but one day, may your new memories transcend your pain and rage to conquer the curse that shackles you.
What kind of gem is it?
Nothing special, really. To quote my mother, it's nothing but an empty shell now. But if you break free of the curse, then maybe...
Huh?
Nothing. An interesting idea suddenly occurred to me. Let's make this the final secret key.
The final secret key is...
Phlogiston, we can use that same power source to control it. In which case, Princess's research would suggest that this thing might be a better fit.
A main wheel? That was built on himself, along with the three gods. It cannot be.
Farewell, last of the Sovereign Lords.
Inappa! Your core! It's fixed!
Suggestion. Exit first, discuss later. Calculating. Remain
30 minutes?
29.
Hey, are you guys alright? The automaton suddenly stopped moving. Then there was that earthquake, and now the place seems to have sprung a leak.
Estimated time to foundation.
Huh?
A place to belong. I too once yearned for it.
Shilonen, how much longer till it's unlocked? We need to get inside ASAP.
Be patient, okay? I'm working on it.
Let's trust that the Traveler can handle things in there. Shilonen says she detected a huge energy source underground. We can't— But... if we're here much longer without any progress, I'll do what I have to.
Oh! You unlocked it?
No, they made it out on their own.
We finally escaped! Luckily, the cave-in only affected the lower levels. You alright there, bro?
Another triumphant return for R2 Miney. And Ineffa, it's good to have you back.
Yes.
Huh? Amu? I thought you hurt your leg. How come? Oh.
You! How could you do this to Arieta?
Before anything else, I suggest we let this gentleman and Inefa tell us the whole story.
Sovereign rulers. Mirror. Seems like a howl's forgotten quite a lot.
So you began life in Natlan, then spent 2,000 years adrift in Nodcry? In an endless cycle of losing your memories and trying to find them.
But it sounds like it took all 2,000 years worth of memories to successfully overload the processing power of the curse.
None of us had any certainty that the plan would succeed in the far future. Not I, not Ishkik, not Lianka. And yet, they still did everything they could to try and help me.
Now you've remembered everything. Do you have a sense of where you truly belong?
Well, I was born and then reborn in Natlan. And it was the people of this nation who set me on my journey. But that's all ancient history now. I can't seek for a sense of belonging in a world that no longer exists. That would make me no different from the mirror of the dawning morn. Instead, I will show my gratitude to them by honoring their wishes. By continuing on my own path.
Well said. I'm happy for you.
So, to cut to the chase, did you find the code?
Oh, shoot!
Sincere apologies. A lot of memory data surfaced in I left the cryptex back at the Flower Feather Clan to make sure that I wouldn't lose it out in the wild.
I'm so sorry that I kept this hidden from you all this time. The Northland Bank isn't gonna let me walk away from this. Nor is the Nodcry Aprishniki. You should take Arieta.
Oh, should I now? You think I'm the one that's gonna let you walk away, do you? Idiot! You're coming back with me right now, and you're going to apologize to our daughter.
Looks like you all need some time to calm down after everything you've been through. We welcome everyone, from old friends to old enemies turned new friends. Don't worry. Go and find where you belong.
I think I've already found it.
Take them.
Here it is.
So then, what's the code? Or what about that backup plan that Ariete?
Please see the casing that holds the combination code discs. The sender had me etch the code onto the casing so that I would not forget it.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Seriously? It's been hiding in plain sight all this time?
Yes, the sender said, the most secure code is one that you can write down and no one would think it's a code.
Who is this person?
The sender said, surprises are best saved to the end.
Okay, now your memory's getting a little too good. What's with the firecracker? Ugh. Paimon's had enough of this whole...
Dear Honorary Knight, I've heard a lot about you. Jean's always singing your praises. Anyway, I'm sure this is as dull to read as it is to write. Let's talk more over a glass of wine sometime. See you and not cry. Varka.
I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. When the time Mirror of the Dawning Morn wanted control of the machinery in the 8th Lord's territory, she approached Ishkik and Lianka and sold them a lie. That I was the threat, the part that needed severing. But they quickly saw through it. Lianka took advantage of her arrogance and turned her plan back on itself, using the territory's full power to imprison her inside. She was far more powerful than I at that time. to make sure I wasn't at risk of falling under her influence. Lianka worked on making the prison even more secure and sent me out of the country. So, that's the true story of why Lianka locked down the 8th Lord's territory. It had nothing to do with Ochkon. I wouldn't be surprised if she saw him as a friend right until the very end. I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. The 8th Lord. She never betrayed Dragonkind, even though she harbored goodwill towards human beings, and despite facing execution and destruction in the end, she never once doubted herself or tried to escape. Even if Lianka really had wanted to secretly rescue her, I'm sure she would have talked her out of it. Just as Lianka was determined to stick to her own path, the 8th Lord remained a proud, sovereign ruler until the end of her days. I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future. You mean, this thing that looks a lot like a vision? Ishkik embedded it in my core as the key to her and Lianka's plan. According to the 8th Lord's research, it can harness a power source more fundamental than elemental energy. Similar objects have shown up in Notcry before too. Mirror of the Dawning Morn said it was built by the usurper, along with the 3 gods who abandoned us. But I do not know what she meant. I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate. Having spent most of the last 2,000 years in Notcry, memory damage. Hypothesis. Most of my memory data was damaged when I used it to overload the curse. Sincere apologies. But I will never, again, forget I plan on staying in Natlan for the immediate future.